Hey, hi everyone! Welcome to our Public Relations, Advertising, and Entertainment Marketing Program information session. So everyone that's here with us today, it is because you have some interest in our PRAEM program, and you are in the right place. So thank you so much. My name is Danielle. I'm the undergraduate counselor here at Dodge College of Film and Media Arts. I will be your moderator this evening, and we have some wonderful hosts and panelists that I will introduce you to in just a moment. Please make sure you are muted and your camera is off unless you are called upon. Like I said, if you want to pop on camera or on audio to ask a question during the Q&A, you're more than welcome. We also have a chat right now. If you think of any questions during the session and you want to pop them into the chat, please just go ahead and address everyone when you do so because other people might have your same question. We do have the lovely Parker in the chat right now that is available to answer your questions as they come through. But if you want to hang on to them and just ask questions at the end, you're more than welcome to make note of any questions that you think of as we go through. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce everyone. If we can start with Veston.
Hi, I'm Veston Rowe. I'm professor of public relations, advertising, and entertainment marketing. My specialty is writing. I teach writing for PR, advanced writing for PR, storytelling for business, and principles of PR. I have been at the university for 37 years and have been teaching full-time since 2010. And while I'm doing this, I want to tell you about Chris Trella, who is one of our faculty members who can't be here because he's actually teaching class, but he did give me some information to tell you a little bit about him. He's been teaching at Chapman for 15 years plus as an adjunct and a full-time professor. He teaches entertainment PR, media relations, PR case studies, and public relations campaign. He's also the advisor for our National Student Public Relations Case Studies competition, the Bateman competition, and he is also sponsor of the Public Relations and Advertising Association, which is our student club. He's on the board of the Orange County chapter of the PRSSA, and he actually received the Distinguished Service Award from them in 2021. He's got a 30-year history of teaching PR in the arts.
Thank you, Veston, and thank you, Chris Trella and Spirit. Eva, if I can have you go next, please. Eva, you are muted.
There we go. Unmuted. Yay.
Yay.
Hi, everyone. So glad to see you all here, and we're excited. My name is Eva Finn, and I teach, what do I teach? I teach a lot. I teach copywriting because I'm actually an advertising copywriter by trade. I teach pitch and present. I teach both sections of principles of ad, which is your kind of intro to advertising classes. I teach digital marketing, and I teach social media marketing. And I've been here, this is the middle of my 4th year, although I adjuncted for a year. And I have been a professional in the industry for also 30 years plus, although I'm only 29, don't tell anybody. And I've worked in-house at Fortune 500 companies, as well as big agencies such as Saatchi and Saatchi. I'm also known with Kathy Tebow, who will speak. I'm an ad gal. That's what we call ourselves. We also we have a summer course to Cannes. We've done it for 2 years. This will be our 3rd year for the International Festival of Creativity. And also I am a co-advisor for our mentorship program for all incoming freshmen called the Dodge Insiders. And Ripley, one of our students, will probably, and Maddie and Rhea, who are all mentors, will speak to that probably a little bit as well if we get a chance to cover it. Once again, we're thrilled to have you all here. I'm so excited. I hope I get to meet you all soon. Thanks.
Thank you. And with that, I'll swing it over to Kathy.
All right. Hi, my name is Kathy Tebow. I'm an associate professor here teaching going on, this is the middle of my 6th year teaching here. My career has been at mostly iconic ad agencies such as Chiat Day, and I've worked on brands including Nissan, Infinity, Energizer, you might know that one with the little bunny, In-N-Out, Invisalign, a whole bunch of brands, plus a lot of automotive. My classes that I teach are strategy and research because in my career, I am a strategist and account planner. So that's to simply say that I dig in on understanding consumer insights and what people want and how they feel. I also teach digital marketing like Eva, and I also have a class called Student Ad Agency that is a part of the student NSAC competition on class that we participate in. And I also have a class called Finding the Big Idea, which is an interterm course that teaches about strategy to concepting. The NSAC is a national competition by the American Advertising Federation that we participate in, and we have a really successful winning team. I was looking up some numbers a little bit ago, and in the last 10 years, we have placed in the top 10 of the country. So that's pretty exciting. And then, as Eva said, we have a travel course to France, which is amazing.
Thank you so much, Kathy. And Jim.
I'm Jim Frederick. I've been teaching at Dodge for 15 years. Entertainment marketing is my specialty. Had a very long career in the movie business, about 40 years. Worked on some campaigns like you might have heard of called Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I only mention the good ones. I don't mention any of the bombs, but it was our job to open movies and to get people excited about going to the movies. So it's very nice to meet you all out there, and good luck.
Thank you. And Dave.
Hi, my name is David Singh, and I teach entertainment marketing here at Chapman. I'm an assistant professor, and I teach about 4 different kinds of classes. There's principles of entertainment marketing, case studies in entertainment marketing, and a couple others. And before coming here, I worked in the industry and still work in the industry for about 30 years. I can't believe I'm saying that number, but working at big studios like Disney and Sony and Fox and MGM, and working on everything from Pirates of the Caribbean to Wes Anderson films to Pixar films. And what I really love about teaching here is being able to take kind of what I've learned in industry and bring it into the classroom so that we're not just learning just theory, but we're kind of learning where the industry's at right now. And, one of my students, I think is on here, Sophia, we just got out of class about an hour ago. We're working on a film right now that Sony Pictures has yet to release. So the students there are going to get to pitch their ideas to Sony for an upcoming film. And it's really fun. So I'm looking forward to getting to talk to some of you tonight.
Thank you so much. And briefly, I just want to run through the incredible students that we have, starting with Michael.
Hi guys, I'm a junior PR and ad student here at Chapman. I'm from Miami, Florida. And to anybody out there that is interested in this major, there's nothing better I could say about it. If you are interested in the world of wanting to work in either marketing or advertising, if you like writing, there's obviously Eva teaches copywriting, or public relations, Veston teaches and stuff like that. So thank you all for being here, and I hope that Chapman becomes the home for you one day.
Thank you. And let's hear from Isaac.
Hi, I'm Isaac. I'm a senior PR and ad major from Omaha, Nebraska. And I've also had a wonderful experience, and I already have a job in the industry lined up for when I graduate. So it's a great program.
Thank you. And Deja?
Hello, everybody. I'm Deja Smith. I'm also a PR and ad major. I'm a junior and I'm from Temecula, California. A little bit about me. I'm a veteran and I transferred here from a community college. So if you have any questions on that, I'd be happy to share my perspective. And best of luck to all the applicants out there.
Thank you. And Sophia?
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm a senior PR and ad major. I am from Philadelphia, and I highly recommend this major. I came into Chapman undeclared and I transferred in, and it's absolutely been a dream. So hopefully you come and join.
Thank you. And Rhea?
Hi everyone, I'm Rhea. I'm a junior PR and ad student. Like Sophia, I also came in undeclared and transferred into the major, and I have loved every second of it. It's really amazing, so I love it. And then I'm from Washington State.
Thank you. And Maddie?
Hello, everyone. My name is Maddie. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm a sophomore here. I've absolutely had the best time ever. It has been so exciting to get to meet all of the amazing professors and people here and kind of stay connected into Dodge in a new way. Yeah, it's great. I'm excited to hear all your questions and meet you all so soon.
Thank you. And last but not least, Ripley.
Hi, I'm Ripley. I'm a senior PR and ad major. I remember when I joined my freshman year, we had like 15 of us. It was super small, but it's grown so much. So it's going to be a great time for you guys. I am currently in Internet Disney Plus, so you can kind of like see the little Disney Plus Aurora in the background. But Eva and Kathy both touched on the National Student Advertising Competition and Dodge Insiders, which I'm both a part of. If you have any questions about those. But yeah, also excited to hear your questions.
Thank you, Ripley. And we're definitely getting into those a little bit later. So we'd love to hear your guys' experience when we chat about it.
And Danielle, just a quick note, Maddie O can speak to CAN. She was one of the participants in CAN.
Excellent.
Course.
Excellent. We'll speak about special events, study abroad, master classes, NSAC, all that good stuff in just a few. So hold tight. And I'm going to swing it back over to Veston. Veston, can you tell me just a brief description of this program and what makes it unique?
Well, what makes it unique is probably easier to talk about in the fact that we are the only program in the country that has advertising, public relations, entertainment marketing in one program. And you do not have to become a major in PR or a major in ad or a major in entertainment marketing. You can go back and forth. Which allows you to get a little bit of everything, or if you want to go all the ad route, you can do that as well. So I think we give our students a really good foundation in the theory, but what's more important is we give them the practice where they actually put those ideas to work.
Thank you so much. I want to start with a question that we actually get all the time on tours and at college fairs, and this can go to any of the faculty. Does someone have to go into a career in film or media or entertainment with this major, or can they still do things in PR, advertising, and marketing outside of that?
You can do anything you want, actually. We have students that go into entertainment. Certainly, we have people who are at HBO. We have people at Marvel. We have people at Warner Brothers. And we have students at very important ad agencies. We also have students who go into public relations firms or who do sports PR. There's a variety of things that they go into. So it's not just entertainment and not just advertising and not just PR.
Absolutely. I feel like this program can be so foundational for so many different things. It's I would say the opposite of putting you in a very narrow pathway. It's putting you in a very wide pathway where you can do so many things career-wise.
But Danielle, if I can add on to that real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Not only does it allow you to be kind of like agile and be able to kind of jump around and have that flexibility, but we give you the tools to be able to do those things well. It's not like you're just really lean in one of those things. You have the skill sets to be able to manage and kind of go wherever you want to go.
Absolutely. You actually just gave me a perfect lead into my next question, Kathy. How does this program prepare students for the industry and for their career? Don't all jump in at
I'll
once.
jump in. I
Thank
mean,
you.
there's such a multitude of ways. I think there's so many opportunities that students can get involved. Not only the classes on class projects, like Dave was saying, but all of us actually do live projects where we're either working with real clients or we have spec projects that we're working on. So it isn't just theoretical, it's putting that into practice. But there's also a lot of ways students can get involved, and like whether it's internships or like the NSAC competition, or there's also a program called Bateman for public relations. There's just so many different things you can help develop and further your skills that you learn in the class, and build on that.
Thank you. And Veston, I know you kind of touched on this already, and anyone can jump in on this, but what kind of careers can students expect to get out of this? And also, what kind of internships are we seeing students get in this program?
I'll take this one because I've been fortunate enough. I mean, all of us are very well connected in the industry. I'll speak for all of us. Recently, I've had a huge internship opportunity with Advertising Marketplace, which many of my students have gone on interviews for that. Also, I have an opportunity with Working Wardrobes, which is a charitable organization. We have so many connections. You know, Kathy has incredible connections, Veston, David, Jim, that the internship opportunities are just really tremendous. And also too, we have a career center here too that you can access, and they have lots of opportunities as well. So and again, and as Veston touched on earlier, and Kathy, there is no limit. There's so many opportunities in the type of career that you can choose. And, you know, Ripley just mentioned she's interning at Disney, and she's there right now, I believe, up in LA. You know, and the rest of the students can speak to this probably a little bit as well, if you would like, but there's definitely many opportunities, and we're all well connected, and we're all on LinkedIn, and we're always sharing opportunities. I just shared one for Sagerstrom for the performing arts, as well as for PBS. So opportunities are, and then as well, on-campus opportunities. I've helped place students on campus with our director of publicity, more than a few students for that, and also in our career center. So there's on-campus opportunities as well for internships and student work, if anybody wants to add on to that.
Thank you. I want to note one thing. Thank you for talking about our amazing career center. Not every school has its own designated career center. Dodge does, specifically in Dodge College, and all the people that work there are like specifically staffed to help you guys find internships and careers. Not only can you use that resource while you're here as a student, but that resource never stops as an alum either. So once you graduate, you can still reach out to your career center here at Dodge College for any help you need with internships, finding placements and jobs, practicing with interviews, resume help, anything like that. All of that's still available to you as an alum. So we really want to make sure our students feel supported. Are any of the students here in internships now or had any internships that they felt really excited about that they would like to chat about? I'm just going to throw it to Ripley then to start because we all know where Ripley's at right now. Ripley, can you tell us how you got that internship and what kind of things you get to do there?
Yeah, no, it was like crazy kind of sort of thing. I wasn't like expecting it, but I of course like put my best into the process. But like Kathy is also a strategist, like that's kind of the route that I've been exploring in the National Student Advertising Competition. I was in our strategy department and I kept moving up in that way. As for like some background too, my past couple internships have been at experiential agencies, which I loved like the agency life and they were super fun. And in both those roles, it was strategy. So just kind of been like strategy, strategy, strategy in my life. And I think that led up to this point, like being able to like work at such a great company. So that's like what I do there for Disney Plus. But as for like how I got it, I kind of just applied. Like I found it on LinkedIn, went through that process, but a lot of my connections really helped with advice. There's another student in our major who's also a senior. Her name is Mila. She was a Disney intern over the
Oh no.
Kathy for some advice too, but that was like such a big help to like know these like peers who were in similar roles and could give me advice. But then after that, it was just kind of like everything that I've like worked on like for myself, like in the interview. I've always been more of like a shy person. Best I'll remember like during one of my presentations, like I like totally forgot everything I was saying in my first class. But I've like grown so much since then and like I'm here now. So it was like a lot of growth. I think that's one of the like best things about this major is that it really like helps you grow. But yeah, hopefully that's helpful.
I love that. Thank you.
Mhm.
And does anyone else? Michael, yeah, go for it, Michael. We'll take one more internship story.
Yeah, I currently intern at Warner Brothers Television Group, and it was a lot of hard work to make it happen, but it has been the best experience of my life, and it is because of this major that I felt prepared for that, and it took other internships I had in past semesters. Last semester, I worked for the founder of E Entertainment and his media company, and that was more on the social side. So that was like more working on a podcast that we had launched, and then so I got to see a more digital social side of things. And this time I worked directly on campaigns for our shows and for award seasons and things like that. And if it wasn't for the things that I've learned through these classes, I definitely don't think I would have been as prepared as I have been now. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Michael. All right, we're going to keep moving it along. I could talk about internships and jobs forever. Let's see here. What sort of projects can students in this program expect to complete? And this can go to faculty, and then we can go to students as well.
Well, one of the projects I'm most proud of is we pair our senior entertainment marketing students with Dodge filmmakers who are making their thesis film. Because let's not forget, we are the number 4th ranked film school in the country. And that's pretty cool. And these films are amazing. And our students create full-on marketing plans for these student films that they use to get into film festivals and to promote their films. So this kind of interdisciplinary interaction between our filmmaking students and our marketing students is pretty rare in the world of academia if you didn't know it. And we're very proud of that particular program.
Thank you so much. And can anyone speak to the other projects that students will leave with?
Why don't we let
Oh,
students? Oh, go
sorry.
ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, go for
I
it,
was gonna
Isaac.
say I could talk about some stuff.
Yeah, please.
For one, me and Michael here, we were on the Bateman PR competition team last year. So we created a full campaign and executed it, which was really exciting. We got a bunch of media coverage. We like made merch. We got stuff in like the Orange County Register and the LA Times. Even got on like national publications, and that was all like real stuff that we got to do. And it was very independent, of course, like with the support of the faculty, which is great. And then I also just wanted to note, I know Jim Frederick was talking about like doing marketing for the senior theses. I'm not even like in the entertainment marketing like capstone class, and I was on set the last 2 weekends. I've been doing marketing and social media for a senior thesis film. So there's just a lot of cool opportunities because you're around a lot of people who, need support in the marketing and PR department for stuff like films that they're making.
Thank you, Isaac. That actually leads me into a similar question, actually, and this can go to students or faculty. How do students in this program collaborate with other students at Dodge? And it can be in any way, shape, or form. Maddie, go for it. I see your hand.
Yes, so I feel like there's a lot of really cool things you can do within Dodge with other students. I know from my personal experience, it's all kind of like if you sit in the Dodge lobby and there's so many different places that you can connect with other students and try to work on projects. And a lot of people will do things outside of class because Dodge kind of fosters this very creative environment that makes you want to perform and do your best and create new things. And so there's constantly kids in text message groups or in study groups in the lounges that you can go up to and like, oh, what are you guys working on? And you can just start projects with them, join clubs. And those are between all different majors. So I have friends that are doing an independent film right now that I'm doing the marketing for. And I have a club friend that they're a creative producer. They help out with projects. So it's basically just talking to people and understand that since you're in a creative place, everyone kind of wants to be helped and meet new people.
100%. Go for it, Michael.
Yeah, I could also say for sure, someone like me who, besides what I love doing in this major, I also love a lot of other things as well. For example, I've been acting since I was 6 years old, so I'm always auditioning, and I've been in a couple grad thesis films and senior thesis films that we've had here at school. I also just finished casting. I was the casting director for 2 AP films that we just did, and I finished casting one of those last week. And those were honestly just based on friends I have in other majors, and I was just talking about it with them and they said, "Do you want to cast mine?" And then I said, "Absolutely." And so it really does matter about the relationships that you build and with your friends. And there's so many opportunities if you do, like me, love other things besides thinking that you are put into a box with just like thinking you can only do things within the PR and ad major. There are so many other things. If you go out and ask, you will be able to find things. And I guarantee it, you will have a good time doing them.
That's my favorite part about Dodge students. Anyone that's thinking about coming to Dodge, Dodge students are proactive. They love being busy. They love having their hand in a million different things. So if that's you, this is definitely the place for you. If you want to get into other things that are outside of your major, you totally can. Fun fact too, if you're planning on living on campus, your dorm level will be all students in Dodge. So you'll have a really easy time networking, finding community, getting involved. You'll really hit the ground running when you come here because networking is just such an easy thing. And everyone wants to do that with each other. So it comes very, very easily. All right, so we kind of touched on this, but I have a feeling this will have a lot of responses. Does this program offer any opportunities, special events, clubs, things that they can get involved in or study abroad?
The
Who
list
has an
is so
experience?
long.
Yeah, Sophia, I see your hand up. You want to start there?
Specifically about study abroad, I had heard a lot of things before, being a junior and studying abroad that Dodge students can't go abroad. There's not like any opportunities, but there was. I went to London. I took an advertising class and then I took a digital marketing class, and being able to learn from professionals in the industry across the world, especially in another entertainment hub like London, was such a surreal experience. So if you're thinking about studying abroad but aren't sure if a Dodge major can do it, I think this is definitely one of the best majors to study abroad for.
I agree. And for anyone thinking about studying abroad, if and when they come here, also know that there are study abroad opportunities in winter interterm, in summer. So there are ways to kind of curate that around your education as well. Who else would like to speak to some special events, study abroad, anything else? All right, well, at least let's talk about NSAC. Who wants to take that?
I think Ripley just dropped off, but Maddie was raising her hand about something.
Yeah,
Jump in
Maddie, go
there.
for it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was gonna touch on the Cannes Festival of Creativity study abroad I went on this past summer with Kathy and Eva. Like you were saying, you can do a study abroad during winter, summer, in the semesters, whatever. I did the summer one, which was amazing because it didn't conflict with any of my other commitments on campus because I'm in an RA and other clubs. So it was perfect because it was in like a short amount of time. It was 11 days, if I remember correctly. And it was the coolest opportunity of my entire life because you're in the south of France, learning from professionals in the industry, sitting next to CEOs at panels, and you're just really immersed and hit the ground running whenever you get there. And it was amazing because I tell all of my friends or freshmen now that you get there and you learn so much about advertising, but you also learn so much about yourself because you're traveling abroad. So it's a very great experience.
Thank you so much, Maddie.
The school also has a Sundance Film Festival travel course that a lot of our PRAEM students go on. I used to host a New York trip for a couple of weeks in New York City. You know, New York City's not any fun, by the way. It's no fun at all. But the students seem to really enjoy that. Ironically, the 12 students that I would take every year, I'd say half of them ended up working in New York City after that.
Love to hear that. Thank you. Michael, go ahead.
I was also just going to add for anybody that's wondering with this specific major, if there's any clubs or organizations you can join, there's Marketing Association on campus, and we have PRAA Club, which is Public Relations. I don't want to say it wrong. Public Relations and Ad Association. And those are clubs you could definitely join if you were interested in that stuff. I might have said it wrong.
Thank you so much.
Danielle, you asked about NSAC. NSAC is a national competition that is about advertising. And we've been participating in that since 2004 on campus, and it's been a fantastic opportunity. But what I love about it the most is how much the students learn because they act like an ad agency and they create an entire 360 campaign for a brand that is assigned by the AAF, which is the American Advertising Federation. And you compete against teams across the country that are doing the same thing and trying to come up with the best ideas. This year, our client is the NFL. Last year, it was Tide. So we're talking global brands that we get to work on. We get access to information that they share, and everybody gets to dig in deep and come up with ideas. We actually create commercials and film, just really filmed content, and it's really an incredible experience. And students really grow a lot through that because they learn to manage each other, work as kind of like an agency. Some are overseeing other people. It's a real growth experience since we're on that track.
Thank you. And Dodge has, correct me if I'm wrong, Dodge has won a couple times in recent years, right?
Yeah, we've won in our district. We won 7 times, first place 7 times out of the last 10 years. We've
Wow.
placed third in the nation just a few years ago, and in the top 10, 7 out of the last 10 years as well in the country.
That's incredible. Thank you so much. Do any of our students want to share about a masterclass experience or any other type of like visiting alum or anything that they got to experience? I see smiles, but I don't see hands. Oh, Michael, go for it.
Nobody else will, then I will. Yeah, Dodge gets some amazing people to come and do these master classes in our Fully No Theater where students can come and listen to a live Q&A session with some of the biggest names that work in entertainment. We just had Dwayne Johnson come a couple weeks ago, and I actually got the privilege of asking him a question live, which was very exciting. And we've had people like Anthony Hopkins and Selena Gomez and Don Cheadle and Amanda Seyfried and amazing names. Directors also come as well, not just actors and screenwriters, and that's definitely a really good opportunity for students to most people would never get to be in an experience like that again, which is definitely very exciting and is definitely a perk of being a part of Dodge, I would say.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sophia,
back on
Deja?
that, I'm sorry, quickly, there's
It's okay. Go ahead, Eva.
Ariana Grande is coming up. Jeremy White, the Bear, is tomorrow night. We go to a lot of these as faculty as well. We're super excited. So they just have quite a lineup of, it's just amazing to be in, the guy who played Elvis, he came, there was a line around the building, very exciting stuff. And I was just going to ask Maddie and Rhea, can you speak a little bit about Dodge Insiders and let them know that there's a resource available to them and how you got involved? Just a little bit.
I can go ahead first. So Dodge Insiders is a mentorship program we started here on campus for incoming freshmen and transfer students. I'm like the head of mentorship, so I reach out to a ton of different students. We try to make sure everyone knows coming into the college that we're a big family and here to support you guys. And so we're here for you all to ask questions, ask for coffee dates, what classes should I do? And we host different events throughout the semester, which are really fun and exciting. That way, it's like a new way for you guys to get involved without having like a big scary masterclass or having to go up to people yourselves. So we kind of like purposefully place these little programs and everything. That way you can have a easy introduction to college life, but also get to know upperclassmen as well.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed Dodge Insiders. I found out about it. I transferred in my sophomore year, and so I didn't really know it existed. And I know I had a really hard time being like, oh my God, I'm in Dodge. What does that even mean? Like, this is a big name school. Like, what am I doing? How do I get more connections here? And so through Dodge Insiders, I was able to create like my own connections and kind of have a mentor and then be a mentor, which is like kind of giving back to the community, which I really appreciated. So I really loved it.
I think you're muted, Danielle.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much, everyone. Deja and Sophia, I just wanted to say I haven't heard from either of you yet. If you want to chime in with maybe
So anyways, fast forward. I know. I was eating my canes, and then I was checking.
Hi, everyone. So someone is on their audio right now. If y'all can just check your audio and make sure that is turned off. Thank you. All right, I think we're good. Thank y'all for that.
I think that was a publicity stunt, actually.
It could have been. It could have been. Deja, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to add on. We're talking a lot about these really big programs, and I know coming in, it can kind of seem overwhelming. But if you're not the person that's going to put yourself out there in, the lobby of Not Studios and introduce yourself and hop on a project, like there are so many opportunities because that's really folded into the curriculum. I think I'm in 5 classes right now, and I don't have a single one without a group project, and that's a good thing because it really just puts you in the position to make those connections, and it's a seamless thing. So, yeah, I just the way the curriculum is structured is put in a way that's going to help you be successful.
We're trying to be like, we just need our first experience.
If everyone could please check your audio and make sure you are muted. We are hearing someone else's audio. Thank you so much. Deja, thank you so much for sharing. Sophia, did you have any experience stories or anything you want to share or some words of wisdom?
Yeah, I'm in both Jim and David's classes right now, and as they were talking about how in Dave's class we're working with Sony right now, and that's been a really cool experience. We have gotten to do meetings with them and just kind of share our ideas on this movie that's unreleased. And I've been like bragging to my friends, I'm like, guys, I get to do this. This is so cool. And then in Jim's class, we're working with other senior thesis students, and that's been just really awesome to have the experience to talk to different majors and see how their creative mind works versus how ours is working. And with this project, which I was also really excited for, we have complete creative freedom, and you won't see that at other schools like USC. They don't really give you much creative freedom. They don't give you a camera, but if you want to be a PR and ad major, but also want to be in the film industry, you can get involved in anything. You can join clubs, you can go on set. It doesn't matter what major you are. So if this is something you're looking forward to doing, absolutely go for it.
Thank you so much, Sophia. I have a little story of my own really quick that I just thought about. I was able to go to the Adam Scott masterclass recently, which Adam Scott from Severance. From a marketing standpoint, someone did ask about the big marketing campaign they did for season 2 that they did in the New York subway. And Adam Scott actually told us that originally it was just going to be like Apple TV Plus employees that did that, but he pushed for it to be the actual cast that was inside of that box in the New York subway. And I thought that that was so cool from a marketing standpoint. So those are some cool stories that you can get to hear at these master classes, which I love. All right, since we are about 20 minutes left, and I know this is a very big group, I will go ahead and open it up to Q&A unless anyone else wants to add anything else before then. All right. Well, thank you so much. If anyone wants to put questions in the chat, you can feel free, or if you want to pop on camera, you are welcome to. You can maybe just use the hand raise feature and I can call on you because we do have a lot of people here. I did see a question in the chat just now, and it is, do you own the rights to the work you produce? Yes, you do. That is a huge, huge thing that we really make sure that our students know when they come here. Every single thing that you make, you own. So if you help on any production, anything like that, you own the rights to all of your work at Dodge. So you can leave with it. You can, if you worked on a film that you're taking to film festivals, that's all yours.
Can I add one little thing too? I mean, a lot of our projects in our classes that the faculty teaches are project-based. They're very real world oriented. They load up your website or your portfolio of work after 4 years at Dodge. And it is one heck of a calling card to potential employees. And we're very proud of a lot of jobs have been earned by the work that you create in our classes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, let's see. What else can I pull from the chat? Someone asked how many students get accepted each year. The admission rate for the PRAEM program right now is between 30 and 40%. We are seeing an increase in applications, so everyone that's applying right now, definitely make sure your application is strong because we are seeing a huge increase in interest for this. So that might change the admission rate for this year, but it is typically between 30 and 40% admit rate. Let's see, is it possible to double major, either Dodge or non-Dodge? Yes. So anyone who's curious about double majoring or minoring, you will not apply for a double major or a minor until you've been at Chapman University for at least a full semester. So don't worry about that right now, although you're welcome to look at our website and see what minors are available and whatnot. Yes, you can double major within Dodge or out of Dodge, and yes, you can minor within Dodge or out of Dodge. However, all of that goes through an approvals process, and not all combinations are approved. So that's just something to keep in mind. Does anyone really quick want to say what minor they have or what double they have?
I can speak on that.
Yeah, go ahead, Isaac.
So I'm a PR and ad major. My double major is economics, so it's in the business school. And then I also have a minor in broadcast journalism. So I've been able
Very
to do
cool.
quite a lot.
Yeah, I remember there was someone in the chat earlier that was actually asking about sports PR and things like that. That might be something minoring in broadcast or even being part of Chapman Sports Broadcasting Network, which is available to anyone, even if you're not in the broadcast major. So lots of different ways to dabble in different things for sure.
And we have had students from our program do very well in sports. The announcer for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Steve Nelson, is a graduate of our broadcast journalism program, but was a PRA minor. And so there are all sorts of opportunities.
100%. Absolutely. All right, let's see what we have. What type of experience do students have beforehand? I want to blanket statement this really quick, just from an admission standpoint. We tell everyone that's interested in Dodge College, you don't have to have a ton of experience in your major of interest before coming here. What you have to have is you have to have passion and you have to have drive and you have to be willing to push and grow in that space. However, that being said, do any of the faculty want to talk about things that they might want to get into before they come to Dodge, or even what makes their application stand out?
I would, when I look at an application, I'm looking for someone who has an understanding of the major and not someone who just read the catalog and knows the course descriptions, but understands the major, has enthusiasm for it, and has that creative edge that can show us how they've been created, whether it's photography or creative writing or illustration, anything that shows us that creative spark. And we're looking for people because our program is about collaboration. So we want people who think creatively, strategically, and collaboratively.
I could not have said that better myself, Veston. Exactly what Veston said. That is really, truly what we're looking for across the board. So thank you so much for that. Let's see, let's see. What are some of the most exciting real-world client or campaign projects that students have worked on recently?
I think you probably should say, what are some of the ones that aren't as exciting, but they made exciting projects out of them?
Either
I
way.
think Isaac can probably speak to that.
I mean, I think what Veston is referring to is doing a campaign for essentially an organization that helps fund libraries, which is by itself not so exciting. But I mentioned earlier how we were able to do a whole campaign where we made the LA Times and stuff like that. Some other stuff I've gotten to do, where I work for a makeup company called Tarte Cosmetics. I've gotten to work with Tana Mojo and Trisha Paytas, and Duncan doing collabs, and doing all sorts of PR for them, which has been really fun and really exciting. In the senior thesis that I was working on this semester, we did a rave just near campus, and we were able to make a huge PR stunt out of that and raise $1,000 for the film, which was great. And then we also collabed with a local deli called Paul Market and Deli, and we got a sandwich named after the film called the film was called Drops. So it was the Drop sandwich. So lots of exciting stuff. Last year, a film I worked on was about someone throwing up, and we sorry guys, but we like spilled fake throw up in front of Dodge on the stars in front of Dodge, and like we're posting that online. So there's all sorts of, no one's telling you what to do, you know? There's not exactly rules here, which is nice.
Thank you so much for
Right.
sharing.
I was going to say, there's a project that we just worked on in digital marketing, and it was a video for a client and their client. Do you want to talk a little bit about that project and the contest that you won in class?
Yeah, so it was cool. A lot of the students, they're doing businesses that, you know, they might have more ideas come towards them naturally, but we had to get creative because we're doing a charity called Stand Up for Kids. So we had to really figure out how to lean into that emotional appeal, and we came up with a video, and we were able to market it, and Ava liked it enough to award us a gift card to one of our local coffee shops here in the circle that we love. But it was really a team effort, and just being to work in a collaborative space to help pull out those creative ideas really set us apart, I think.
One interdisciplinary project that I sponsored basically, and one of my classes created, was a PSA, a 2-minute PSA, a film promoting movie going. Because I'm sure a lot of you know the movie business is in a kind of weird spot right now. Movie going in theaters is down. So we were approached by the exhibition community, the AMCs of the world, to create a promotional piece to encourage 7 to 13-year-olds to go to the movies. And it was completed, and everybody loved it, and it will soon be online, probably at an AMC website near you, so we can replace the ridiculous Nicole Kidman promo that's been out there forever.
Finally.
It's not quite as cheesy, I think.
You don't like Nicole Kidman?
I'm sorry, Dave, I don't.
Heartbreak feels good in a place like this. That's my favorite line.
You got it. I know. Every time I use my A-list and I go sit down in the theater, I'm like, where are my Dodge kids? Where's the new Coca-Cola ad? I need it.
Right.
No, that's a good one. Thank you for sharing. Let's see if we could take another question here. Oh, I like this one. This might be suited more to our students that may have transferred here. I think Deja said she was a transfer. If any of you guys are also transfer students, what is the most noticeable difference from your perspective of like the learning that you do here versus at another school?
It is 1 million more times. It's so apparent how passionate the students are about what they're learning and being where they are here versus coming from a community college. It's just, you see the effort and it's applied just 1,000 times over. Of course, you work hard to get here, so it pays off, but you can tell how much like students walk around loving Dodge and like excited that they made it. So that's the thing that stands out the most. And then the faculty as well. They're really, I mean, the connections that they have when they bring in guest speakers, you really feel like you're getting the value of being here, and it's a world of difference.
And I think one of the things that sets us apart is as well is we know our students. We know their names. If there's a student in my class who doesn't show up, I know who to email. If I see them on campus that day, I know who to yell at. But we also, that helps us know what their strengths and weaknesses are, how we can help them. I can't tell you how many letters of recommendation I've written in my career, but I can write them because I know the students by name, I know their work, and I know the quality of their work. And I don't think you get that at a larger institution.
I agree. From an admission standpoint, I will say everyone is going to end up where they should be, right? So really consider what kind of education you want to have, what kind of environment you want to be in. If you want that small faculty to student ratio, Dodge could definitely be the place for you. If you want those close bonds with faculty and staff and students, Dodge can be the place for you. When we say we're not competitive, we're collaborative, we truly, truly mean that. Dodge students help each other. They want to constantly learn and grow, and they really do help each other. There's really not a lot of like fighting to get to the top of the ladder here, which I really appreciate.
If any of you are remotely interested in Dodge, I highly, highly recommend that you visit. There's nothing like walking onto a campus, whether it's Dodge or a different campus. You'll know it in your heart. You'll know it in your guts if it's the right fit for you. And consequently, a lot of people that visit Dodge end up going there.
It's true. And I work in the admissions office. Of course, I am the manager of our office and all of our tour guides. And the amount of times that I hear from families like, wow, we were thinking about Dodge, but now Dodge is our number one. It just I never tire of hearing that. And we really don't have to fake it. Come and see it for yourself and see if you like the vibe, see if you like the facilities, see if you like the energy in the lobby, you know, just really, you really just have to decide for yourself. That being said, I am going to pop some links into the chat for everyone here. There are a lot, but a few resources for you. So if you are interested in chatting with more students that are in this program, we do have a platform on our website called Chapman Ask a Student. You can click on the link, you can choose students in this program in the drop down, and you'll be linked with them to chat. If any of the students that are on this panel today want to pop their email in there, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to, no pressure, but lots of ways to chat with students and really get that inside information. I also linked our visit page. So if you want to come on an in-person tour or on a virtual tour, if you're not able to come in person, you can register there. Our virtual tours are still run by current students. They still show all of the facilities. They still go over all the info, so no worries if you can't come in person. I've also linked the tour page for the Greater Chapman University, the page where you can see all of our application requirements, our YouTube, as well as our admissions office email if you need to contact us for anything. Are there any other lingering questions or any other insight that our faculty or students want to give? All right. Maddie, I see a little hand. What's up?
So I feel like one final thing that I was afraid to do whenever I came and moved, because I'm from out of state, is to like ask people for help, which I know may sound silly, but please don't be afraid to ask the professors or ask your fellow students, ask other people. Like we all really try to make everyone feel at home, and we do a really good job of it. And so don't be afraid to put yourself out there and go out on a whim, because you never know where that might lead you. You could like end up at a really cool college and a really cool program like PRAEM.
Y'all are gonna make me cry. My gosh. Sophia, go ahead.
Lastly, I just want to say there truly is no other place like Dodge. Earlier today, I was even saying to my friends, they're not in Dodge. And I was saying like that your professors here really do push you, but they are pushing you because they know your strengths and they know your potential. And I can't even be like mad when I get feedbacks. I'm like, they're right. Like they're so right. And this is going to make me grow. So you won't find that any other place. Like it truly is a tight-knit community, especially this major. So if that's something you like and enjoy, then go ahead and apply and see what happens.
You know, Sophia and I had a Zoom this week. She's graduating. She's concerned about what she wants to do for a living and make her career. And that's something that our students reach out to our faculty about because we care. And make no mistake about that. That doesn't exist at every school. We're always available to you, whether it's obviously to talk about class stuff or even bigger issues. You know, that's what we're there for. We're there to mentor you and advise you.
Yeah, and I just got a text from a student who graduated in May. She texted me yesterday. I can't say the name of the company, but it's a very exciting company. She's in the third round of interviews, probably going to get the job, but she just texted me because she was so excited. And, you know, that's the kind of, we still keep relationships with our students even after they've graduated. And that's how much we care about them. And we're so blessed that, you know, they care about us too. So.
And please do keep in contact because we get asked all the time, what are jobs people get after they graduate? If y'all don't tell us, we don't know. So please keep in contact with your faculty because we want to hear about all the exciting things that you're doing. We also like to invite alumni back to talk to students in their previous program, talk about jobs they've gotten, opportunities they've gotten. So we love to hear about that as well.
And just one more thing, we do have an event, speaking of alumni, am I allowed to say anything? We're gonna have a mixer in the spring with alums with our major. So that's another event that we're doing through the Career Center. So again, lots of exciting stuff here all the time.
There's never a shortage of fun opportunities at Dodge. That is for sure. All right. Well, I don't see. Oh, I see one more question in the chat. Do you offer interviews for applicants? That is a really good question. We do not. Our undergraduate applicants do not interview for Chapman University. So no interviews. However, our admissions office, our admissions counselors, we love to talk to you. So please email us, please call us. Dodge is very fortunate that we have our own satellite admissions office that is separate from the Greater Chapman University. It is fully staffed Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So if you need anything, please let us know. We're happy to answer any possible question that you have. Let's see, one last question. Early action. So anyone on here that applied early action, you guys will find out before everyone else. I believe you're going to find out your decision in February, if I'm not mistaken. So you will get an earlier decision than everyone else, which will help you make your decisions for your future. If anyone has any other questions about their decision timeline, applying, deadlines, anything of that nature, please email us at dodgeadmit@chapman.edu, which I did put in the chat if you scroll up there for you. And that is all from us. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the session. Thank you, amazing, amazing faculty, for being here. We could not have done this without you. And especially thank you to students. Without the students' perspective, no one would have any idea what they're getting into. So thank you so, so much. And thank you to all of our guests for being here and families joining us this evening.
Thank you all.
Have a great night.